How has social media changed your profession?
Social media has changed the news profession dramatically. Now with Twitter, with Facebook, with live feeds, you can get online, you can broadcast to a wider audience and very rapidly. You can broadcast what's going on in a courtroom. You can get the verdict out before anybody else. And it seems that social media is taking over as the new platform to get the news out.
What are some positive changes that you've noticed in the new age of media?
You know, a positive change, again, it's the speed in which the news can get out. And if you have an accurate news team, it's no longer just about getting a news truck out there with an antenna feed. With the technology that they have, along with the social media platforms, they can spread this news far and wide a lot quicker than they've ever been done. You know, it's come leaps and bounds in just the last 5 years, not to mention what it's done in the last 20 years. I mean, if you look at the fact that print media is pretty much non-existent nowadays because everything's done off handheld devices.
How about negative changes? Are there any?
Yeah, negative changes, there are a few, and it kind of goes along with the positive changes. You have so many news sources out there that a lot of them aren't legitimate news sources. It's more for ratings or shock value or how many clicks you can get on a particular page. And so that kind of brings a negative spin on what's going on with social media. Unfortunately, when you have that, you start to get some distrust with the public and the media because they're not trusting the source. And some people just believe whatever they read on the internet. And unfortunately, a lot of these stories are unvetted and untrue.
As a media professional, have you experienced a time when local media influenced the community?
You know, I think you look at that, you know, that happens not just local media. With what I do, working along the border community, what we try and do is let folks know what's going on, the kind of the stuff that they don't see, let them know what's going on in their community, and we try and influence their view of what we do. So that they can, you know, understand and realize what it is we do on a daily basis. And to take it further than that, you see local media's effect every single day with national events, especially when it gets into the political sector. You know, you have news outlets that are legitimate news outlets, but they're biased either left wing or right wing. So, you know, unfortunately, it can have a negative effect because it's not just a unbiased view of what's going on. Unfortunately, we see a lot of outside interference kind of determining what news we need to hear as opposed to just the facts.
And how can a person looking to break into a career in your field begin?
You know, there's many different ways. I mean, the possibilities are endless with this. Obviously, you know, the prudent method would be to with the formal education. You know, I think you can't go wrong with the formal education. Those are tried and true methods that have been honed over the years. So if you can go with the traditional formal education, that's the best way. You also see a lot of people breaking into it with podcasts, with YouTube channels, with Instagram, with Facebook. People are going live here and there, and you know, it does have its benefits. You know, you're putting your product out there. Unfortunately, you may not get the result you like, you know, especially if you haven't had any formal training. You're going to get a lot of comments, some positive, some negative. If you got thick enough skin to deal with it, you know, by all means, give it a shot. But I don't think in any way, shape, or form you can bypass the traditional method, because I think that's probably your best bet.
Thank you so much.